All right, welcome everybody. Hello. This is, as you will already be able to tell, a change from our usual setup. We are all nameless today, and we are unfortunately without Jacob. But tonight, in a break from our usual programming, we are not doing Dungeons and Dragons. No. We are doing Fiasco. Now, if you have not played Fiasco before, this is a GM-less system. So there is no games master. We all work collectively, collaboratively. We are the players. We are also other characters in the world. It will make more sense as we go. Hello Sam G. Hello everybody. Fiasco, it's the feeling of it is sort of like a Coen Brothers movie. We're going to have characters with high ambition, low impulse control, and things are going to go very wrong very quickly. So as David said earlier, it's not so different from our usual sessions, but we are going to be in a different setting. The playbook that we are working from for our Fiasco game today is called The Ice. So we're set in a research station somewhere in the far frozen north, Antarctica somewhere. It's the McMurdo Station.
Which is a real
McMurdo Station in Antarctica.
Is that the one with or without penguins? Are there penguins?
Antarctica is penguins.
There are penguins. Right. No polar bears.
But yes, we're the
wait. How can things go? Oh wait, no, the penguins. Oh god, no.
So we are. There is like one tiny scrappy town nearby. Mobile services patchy is best, and we are on a research station or an ice rink or something. I don't know. And we are trying to, at this point, determine what things are in our game. Now, the way we do this is we roll some dice. Mm-hmm. Each of us has 2 white dice and 2 black dice. We're going to roll them, and we are going to use the numbers to choose aspects from our play sheets. The one thing that we must all have is one relationship to the person either side of us, but we also get another thing that could be an object or a location or a need, which will help flesh out what this story is going to be. So roll your dice, please, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go, guys. So, this is a communal call.
Okay, right, yes, we can put them all in the middle, all in the what a fiasco bit in the middle there.
You don't care about colour,
you just don't care about colour, just about numbers. So we've got a whole bunch of 4s.
All right.
You were trying to. I now understand what you tried to do, and I've shat all over it.
Got a 1, got a 2, got 2 6s.
Fine.
More 2s.
So we have some numbers. So for the people who are watching, we have rolled a bunch of numbers, and what we're going to do is use these numbers now to build our characters. The way this works is everybody has a link with a character to their left and a link with a character to their right. This link needs to be defined, and then this builds into the story we're going to tell. Fiasco is told in 2 halves. There's the first half, then there's the tilt, where things go sideways, and then there's the second half, and then there's the aftermath, and we find out exactly what happened to these poor characters.
So, David, could you tell us, because it's going to be the one that we want to start with, what do we have in terms of relationships?
In terms of relationships, well, we have 1 to 6, we have work, friendship, romance, crime, crime. Community or soul.
Okay, so we'll go around one at a time, and we can start.
Have you got bits of paper? We've got 4 bits of paper each.
Yeah, we can start picking numbers. There's 2 for you.
Lovely. So this is my relationships that I'm going to put to my left, and this is my relationships I'm going to put to my right. So I'm going to start, just to make this easy, and then we'll go around clockwise. I'm going to say, David, you and I, I'm going to give us a relationship. It doesn't have to be us. You can do anybody's, but I'm going to choose us to start with, and I'm going to spend one of these 4s, because we've got loads of 4s. I'm going to say, what's the 4 on relationships?
Number 4 on relationships is crime.
Right, you and I have a crime relationship. So this 4 has been spent. I'm just going to put it there. It's gone.
Great. So write that on the top of your bit of paper. Just on one.
No, it's all right. Yeah, we actually need one fewer than this because. So you and I have a crime relationship.
Well, we'll probably end up with
which will get defined. We don't know what it is yet, but now it's your turn, David. So you can either define our crime relationship by picking a dice and doing that, or you can establish a relationship with somebody else, or whatever.
You have to look at what they are. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, we only have 1 bit of paper, but we could split. And have a look at sort of.
I'm going to do relationships as well. We're going to go with. I'm going to spend one of these 6s, and me and Zoe here have a soul relationship.
A soul relationship. Nice.
Soul crime, crime-y. That's correct. Okay, so one of the 6 is gone. The last dice is wild, so it can be used to do whatever you want. Again, you don't have to define your own, you can define other people's as well. So, we have a crime relationship of some kind here.
Have a look at these.
Everybody must have a relationship with the person to their left and a person to their right. Then the other things are needs, objects, that kind of thing.
So you could at this point define your relationship to David. You could define the crime relationship between Josh and David. Or you could...
But it's probably best just pick numbers and see what happens.
Yeah.
Is the easier way to do it.
I'm going to define my relationship with Amy
Okay.
with
1.
Oh,
Solid.
we have a work relationship.
Lovely.
Great.
So
So
write
stick
that on a piece of
work
paper
on the
somewhere.
top of one of your bits of
Alright.
paper. And then we'll have that between us so that we know.
work.
Lovely. And then Amy.
Okay. So I'm going to take
Smuggling penguins to the zoo.
No, this is where the Madagascar penguins came from.
and we
This
have
is research
so
station.
many 4s. So many 4s.
Second of all, we'll have crime relationship. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sort of tempted.
Yeah, it's just an Arctic station full of criminals.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. Quick decisions. Low impulse control. Josh, I'm going to write it on my bit of paper. You and I have a crime relationship.
Right.
High speed, low drag.
I'm going to do
Yeah.
the same with you, Amy. I'm just going to keep both in front of me because that makes it easy.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to say crime to Josh.
Lovely. And then it's me. So I'm now going to say, I don't want to establish either my crime relationship with David or my crime relationship with you. I'm going to give myself a need, which is another thing that's going to have to be established. So I'm going to give, what we've got, still more 4s, so let's use a 4. What's your relationship, please?
Our relationship is work.
Okay, sweet. So I'm going to spend the last 4.
We are crime station.
No, sorry, I'm going to spend the last.
I was going to say, there are so many more 4s, Josh. You can't possibly spend the last
I'm
4.
going to spend the last 5.
Oh, okay, yep.
Watch me go.
Mm.
And I'm going to say you two. I'm going to add a need to your work relationship. So you will work out how this is defined in a second. But on the, you got work. That's going to be defined underneath it.
All right, so we want to put this on a new piece of paper, don't we?
If you want to, that's fine.
Okay.
But this is a need, which is you have a need to get the truth. The pair of you.
Like,
Wait, need to get the truth.
Captain
Isn't that you're
Jean-Luc
spending
Picard.
2 dice?
No,
at
it's
that
a need
point?
to get the truth,
Or to
and
get
then
the
what
truth
about? That's
something.
correct.
Right, okay.
So that's
The
what I
truth
We
about
need
penguins.
about the
to
mystery.
get the truth
David.
about the mystery.
Again, needs drive the game. Needs are really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Pass me the object list.
Yes, need to get the truth. Right, okay.
Needy
these
Josh,
are the things
yes.
that we are.
Yes.
Um,
I'm going to try a thing. Stay with me.
what are you doing?
I'm trying a thing.
We also have locations if you want to have
There's
a look
going
at
to be eels
locations.
everywhere.
Locations for you.
Oh, yes.
Mucktown. Mucktown is our nearest
I
town.
refuse to ever go to Mucktown. Oh, okay. 4 of the 6 locations are in Mucktown. I'll live on the island.
But yeah, you can have a location in Ross Island. And all that means is that it will feature at some point in one of our scenes.
Josh,
Or one of yours and David's.
I'm going to spend this 2. You have a forbidden object.
Ooh, a forbidden object. Nice.
Amazing.
So you'll probably want to put it on a bit of paper. Object.
We have a
forbidden.
crime relationship, and we have a crime relationship. So I'm going to say who I can. If you
It's
want,
not your
I-
turn yet. Why-
No, you've given. Where have you given it? On which card? Mine and yours, or mine and Amy's?
Oh.
Who do-
Yours and Amy's. That's
Right.
my problem.
We have
Yeah.
a forbidden
We have a
object.
forbidden object.
Lovely.
Okay.
Forbidden.
So, Zoe,
Yes.
we are at the point now where we probably want to start defining.
So this card now cannot have any more primary things on it. We have a crime relationship, and we've got a forbidden object. Once those two are defined, mine and Amy's dynamic is done.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, and we've got 2 between us. So at this point, if you wanted to do a new definition, it would be between you and David, or between David and Josh. I think that's right.
Can we not do the secondary definitions on this? If
We
that was
can start
something that
doing
we really,
second-
if you
well,
really
we will
wanted to, you
have
could
to
also
at
do
some
the secondary
point, yes.
definitions on those as well.
That's what I'm doing.
Can I have the needs?
Yes. Where are the
needs
needs?
are here.
Great.
I'm going to add a
Swap
need
over.
between me and you.
Good choice. There we go.
Shiny. What is the need?
Let's.
Is it for speed?
It's the 3 need, which is
I'm going to make chat
to get off.
Oh, you put chat up on the screen.
Give me a second. I'm going to make it bigger.
Ooh.
You have a need to get off.
Yes.
Love it.
that's apparently.
What?
I just.
The need to what?
They need to who now? What?
Yeah, nothing. beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep.
So we need to get off.
And it's not even to get laid as a separate category.
Yep.
I mean, but there's also to get off on illicit sex. Like,
Illicit sex.
There we go.
Sykes Mackenzie says, "Don't you want to try the nuggets from McTown, Zoe?"
No.
the McTown
My
nugget.
character is a militant vegan.
Right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I am. Oh, wait. What dice have been spent and what dice haven't? I'm confused.
These are
now.
available.
But wait, what about those
Oh,
two
this was
threes?
spent.
That was spent, so that's over here.
But that 3's around still.
Okay, that 3 is still there. Gotcha. So, I think I'm going to define your need to get off then.
Oh, no.
I'm going to say you need to get off on, and I'm going to spend
The only
a
one you can't have is
4. You need to get off on sabotaging a scientific program. So you need to sabotage a scientific program and get away with it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. This is good.
Yeah, we get off on shitting on scientists. It's great.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a forbidden object, you and I,
We do.
but you don't know. So one of you's got a need to sabotage. This could be together,
Yeah.
but it could be one of
One
you's trying to
for
do it
the
on
other,
the other.
yeah.
This is a thing which will
Right.
explain
I
the
understand.
relationship between
Yes,
you.
yes,
and
yes,
we
yes,
can
yes,
talk
yes,
about
yes.
how these come together. I'm going to say forbidden object. I'm going to use this. What have we got? I've got loads of 4s. I don't want a toxic thing. Locations. Haven't got a location yet.
No locations, but we have enough definitions, so
we've
it
got
would be a
enough, so
location
it'll be a
between you and
location between
David.
Well, maybe I'll define our crime relationship.
Okay.
David. So I am going to say our crime relationship is. Let's use a 4.
So many fours.
Throw that way.
So many
And I'll
fours.
say, what are we? Government contract fraudster / investigator. Okay, sweet. So
Ah.
there we go. That is our relationship. Government contract fraudster / investigator. So possibly you are being investigated, or possibly you have come to investigate.
I think if there's a possibility of me looking to sabotage something, maybe you're looking to investigate me.
Lovely. Government investigator.
And fraudster.
Cool crap.
Nice. White collar
I
crime.
need to get the truth. Let's get the truth.
So that has been established now.
So you two have a primary, we have a primary, we only have one primary.
Yeah.
We don't have a location yet, let's make it happen.
All right.
What are the 4s? Map town outdoors.
Bleh.
Yeah, you know what? It's other locations. Others need. Needs are great fun.
They are, but we have not got a location yet, and I would like
Yeah,
to.
let's do it to play with
let's
it,
spread
yeah.
it around. Let's spread it around.
Embezzling lab equipment. I like it.
Ah,
Those sweet, sweet test tubes.
come here.
Oh, God.
Don't you think you've had enough Bunsen burners? I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Do we have a 6? Oh my god, I really want that 6. I want that for us.
David, what are we doing?
You get destroyed.
I would.
There's something between us and regarding the Weddell Sea.
The Weddell
The
Sea.
Weddell Sea, nice. Okay.
Weddle.
Weddell, yes.
And the last part, what number is that?
That is a 1.
It's gone.
1. Okay, 1 is gone. What you gonna do, Zoe?
Heck. What can I do?
So you could define our need to get the truth.
Yes.
You could define our work
I need to
relationship.
get the truth.
All right. So what are you
Number
going to get the
3.
truth about? The truth about someone's criminal history. So if you write that onto
Yeah.
there.
Nice.
Amy.
Well, there are in fact 3 people with crime relationships over here, so you've got.
That's true, but I could be the only.
I'm totally
Yeah, sure.
going to do it. I'm going to take that number 6, and I'm going to make our work relationship professional rivals. There
Love
we go.
it.
So this is now full over here. I'll give you that, Josh.
So you two are professional rivals.
Yes.
Okay, great. What am I? I've got 2s or 4s. The Weddell Sea. Where is the Weddell Sea? On a 2, I can make it SEAL research camp. Okay. Or aboard the Klebnikov.
I think this is much more fun.
A
A Russian tourist icebreaker.
That is quite fun. Russian tourist. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So, aboard the Weddell Sea, aboard the Kalashnikov. The Klebnikov, sorry. It's going to go 4-2, so Amy, the last pick of yours is going to be white.
Right, okay. Can you pass me the relationships?
Yes.
Just the crime one is what I need.
Yep. Oh, we've got to define ours.
Yeah, we haven't defined ours yet.
What's the other ones that need doing at the moment?
So,
we've got
our crime
your
relationship,
forbidden object.
Our forbidden object,
and your
there's-
soul link with Zoe.
Yeah, that's it.
So that is
Soul music.
soul is here.
Applications are done.
I think needs are done.
Needs are done, yeah.
Yep. There we
Sweet. We're nearly there. We're just genning our characters and working out what the story's going to be.
go. Everyone is criming. Everyone.
That's all right. It's a Fiasco game.
Yes.
That's kind of the norm.
Yeah. Right.
What do we like?
I like spending this 2 for the only survivors as our soul relationship.
Oh, wow. You are the only survivors. You can decide on what. That's fine.
Cool. That's fun.
Cool. Then what have we got over? Zoe, you have to define either mine and Amy's crime relationship or mine and Amy's forbidden object relationship. So
Forbidden object.
Right.
Is it 2?
Lovely. It is a
Kilo of-
1 kilo baggie of marijuana. All right. That's what that is.
That is what it is.
Okay.
Which means the last thing I've got to define is our crime relationship. Pass me crime.
Which you can
And this
pick
dice is
anything
wild,
now.
so I can choose whatever I like.
Oh, it's a shame. I was really hoping we'd end up with 5 kilos of explosives and a detonator.
Yeah,
Ah.
A 1 kilo baggie.
And then it becomes the game of where are those 2 objects and who has one or other.
When someone goes, a trunk full of gold. And you go, right, well, that's the game.
We've already got a government contract fraudster and investigator, don't we?
We'll go another one.
So
You-
I just love the description of hoodlums here. So we have hoodlums, brackets, sports enthusiasts, drunkards, delinquents.
All right.
Oh.
I don't think anyone here could act accurately as a sports enthusiast.
Yeah,
sports.
Go-
Sportsing.
Go my favourite
So
sports team.
sports.
Well,
I
they certainly
think-
are playing that game.
I think what we are,
Yeah, get the thing inside the other thing. Woo!
Joshua,
What
I
are we?
think our crime relationship is going to be drug people.
We are drug people.
Dealers, manufacturers, distributors, whatever.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
You're just made
yes,
of drugs.
drug people.
Drug people,
No,
yes.
you actually
I mean, I tried some of this. It's good. Okay.
that 1 kilo bag of marijuana is actually your heart transplant.
All right, here we go. So,
Okay.
objects,
we have our
done with all of
setup.
them. Sweet. Okay, so let's go through very briefly and look at what we've got. I'll start. So, I have a relationship with Amy, which is that we are drug people in some way, something to do with drugs. And our forbidden object is, rather fittingly, a 1 kilo baggie of marijuana. With David, there is a government investigator poking around in the mix, which is integral to our relationship, and on the Weddell Sea, the Kalevnikov, which is a Russian tourist icebreaker, which sounds like the worst holiday in the world, has decided to come to the middle of nowhere to visit McMurdo Ice Station, and something on there is relevant to what we're doing. David, what's your relationships with Zoe?
My relationship with Zoe is one of the soul. We are the only survivors of something yet to be determined.
Sweet.
And
Scientific
something
catastrophe.
something to do with the 2 of us is we get off on sabotaging scientific programs in some regard or another. So we'll see how that works out.
Okay, sweet.
And over on this side,
Me and Amy are work professionals and rivals.
Okay.
And we both, or one of us, need to get the truth about someone's criminal history.
who could it be?
Okay.
Okay,
In
so
order to sabotage a scientific experiment.
yes.
To
That's
do with being
fine.
a
Okay,
survivor.
so Amy, just finish up your things. We'll get
Well, that's
there.
it. That's it. We've defined everything at this point.
Lovely. In which case, this is set on McMurdo Research Station. It's in the middle of the Antarctic, and it's researching. Well, it's kind of left up for science, right? I'm happy to leave it that science, maybe with an exclamation
Science
mark.
technology.
Yeah.
Penguins.
Penguins is officially
Yeah,
what
we're trying
researching.
to make the Madagascar penguins a thing. The US military's got a big slush fund at the moment.
Chat says, "Are we Greenpeace?" And I think that's a great idea. So the Kalevnikov tourist icebreaker, I think, is okay. So I'm actually going to change our government investigator to environmental.
I had a. I had a
you
theory.
got a good thing for it? Yeah.
Well,
What do you
If
got?
if I'm involved with the Russian government, you could be here to identify that thing and me attempting to drop information to my dead drop on the Kalevnikov.
Okay, so you're a
Oh.
lead.
I'm a spy.
You're a spy. Lovely. Okay,
Love
so
it.
we've got that. So you're a spy. So now we're almost
But
done.
at the same time, you are like
This is good. You've got a good concept. Go with it. We're almost done. So all we need now is names.
Yeah, we want to start defining our characters with relation to what we've got here. So,
I'm not going to take these, Jacobs.
so I guess I am a scientist.
Is that your reaction to it? I mean, I guess I'm a scientist.
I don't know. I think
Like, are we both scientists?
I'm at least pretending to be a scientist.
Okay, that's fun.
Is anybody here actually a scientist?
Maybe not. Maybe we're like the cleaning staff or something.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be scientists. So the way it works is we all want stuff, and I'll explain how that works in just a second.
So we're both scientists.
You're both scientists, okay?
Essentially, I'm trying to sabotage your experience.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because you're
That's
rivals.
really fun.
Okay, so we need
Yes.
names. Names are the important things.
Okay. Let me get some
Dark.
Dark.
That's a lovely name, but it's going to be very hard to say. Ames, if you tear us off a sheet, that'd be really cool. Then you can make a little table tents with your names.
Right now.
So I am a crime drug person. Okay, so I'm trying to catch a spy. We know. Okay, so I know there's a mole somewhere in the research station that is telling, and the government is so interested in this that they have sent somebody to try and stop this. So clearly, whatever these experiments that are going on, they're not just about penguins, right? There's more to the McMurdo research station.
That meets the eye.
If none of you were scientists, you wouldn't have enough scientific knowledge to know if the other people were scientists.
Oh, really? If you're a scientist, name any element.
Hydrogen.
Molybdenum.
Ah, yes.
Correct. You passed the test. Let's leave. The
So
element
yes,
of
we are
surprise.
scientists.
Right.
And we are both trying to get the one spot
Right.
on a potential research
we need
thing.
a grant.
Oh, we need a grant. That's what it
From
is.
And you're fighting for that's it. You're fighting for government funding.
We're both trying to get government funding, and a government inspector has turned up.
So you're both going to be like, oh, we got to tell you our. Okay,
We'll
great.
also try and make the other one look
Right,
bad.
we don't need to work out exactly where these are all
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
fall. This is enough to be going on
There
with
we go.
now. So we need names.
Okay.
What names do people want?
I don't. This is always the hardest bit of any RPG.
Character creation.
And my link with you,
Yes.
I'm thinking, who are you? Who are you in this setup, John?
So the government has sent me
Santa,
here
you're Santa.
to investigate. I'm the
the wrong
government
pole.
inspector.
Ah, okay.
That's who I am. I am the government inspector.
Whereas I live here, so you've come in from outside, and I am here doing my research,
Yes.
trying to get a grant literally
Sure.
anywhere else.
What's your name?
Cleopatra, amazing.
Cleopatra, that's a great name. Ironic parents that named you Cleopatra. I'm going to be Tutankhamun. No.
So I guess in terms of drug people,
Sure.
I can hook you up.
Okay, so I'm an addict. So I'm here and I'm jonesing because
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of Antarctica.
Yeah.
What you
Some
gonna do?
fucker sent me to Antarctica. When the hell do I get my
Okay, here we
fix
go.
here?
So, I need a name.
Oh, video's gone down.
Has it?
We've moved on to. Can you still hear us, guys? We just moved on to the wrong screen. There we
Hang on,
go.
let me pull up Fiasco. It's because I pushed buttons.
You
Josh
pushed
buttons.
buttons.
Josh pushed things with his elbow and our face.
There we go. There we go. That's
It was,
better.
it was my mistake.
Don't push them buttons, Josh.
I'm
I
turning
told
this
you
off.
about this. There we
Oh,
go.
that's chat.
Yeah, that's chat. Isn't this so cool? I know chat is on screen.
Wow.
Oh,
Now we have an audio podcast.
there we go.
Okay, good.
So,
No, not the buttons.
so,
buttons are buttons.
So.
Okay, so I need a name. My name is going to be. I'm a government. Which government? Obviously the
Mr.
US, UK.
Yeah, US, right? It's Fiasco. Fiasco is kind
It's
of like
kind of got
inherently
US.
American.
Okay, in which case, I need a good name for a governmental inspector who everyone's going to.
Freedom John.
Freedom John. That's okay. Definitely John. Right.
Oh my god.
Freedom John. That's what I went by in high school.
Yes, maybe you came to the station to get clean where you couldn't buy any, and then I'm like, woo.
Okay.
Because it's so dull here.
We've got to do fucking something.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a hydroponics person.
okay, I've done a study of penguins. I'm gonna be called.
No, that's my name.
Okay, this is my name.
John Science Guy.
It's pronounced Sienski.
Sienski. Okay, John Sienski.
Thank you. It wouldn't be a Coen Brothers movie without somebody mispronouncing somebody's
There we
name.
go. It's important. It's spelled Science Guy. That's how my name is spelled.
Upside down Cleopatra, I see.
Aratoy. Oh, sorry, you're wearing your name badge wrong. Right. Yeah, John Skiinski.
John Skinsky.
I'm gonna be Brady.
Brady. Oh no.
Man, I'm just like.
Broad strokes, they're in. Broad strokes.
Brady, that's what you need. Brady, lovely.
I'm Brady. I'm on my
Fifth spliff of
work,
the day.
What do they call it when you're like doing work but you don't get paid and it's
Are
like.
you an intern? Are you
Yeah,
interning in
that's it, man.
Antarctica?
I'm an
Okay,
intern.
great. Lovely.
Brag into
I wanna
Brady,
be like
John
a
Science Guy,
scientist.
Cleopatra, and what's your name, Frank? Frank. Okay, Frank. So what is your role here, Frank?
Oh.
Oh, you're a spy.
Yes, what's my cover?
But what's your cover?
I'm
Yeah.
a
Well,
cat.
we can
I'm
discuss.
the site engineer.
Lovely.
Ah,
Okay. So now the way this works is we're going to have 2 scenes each before the break, then 2 scenes each after the break. The way it works is you can either establish your own scene. You say, okay, let me start with this, and then you start role playing. Now, it should involve at least one of the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you establish, somebody else will give you a black or a white dice. That tells you if the scene goes badly for you or if it goes well for you. If you don't establish, you say somebody else give me a scene, somebody else will establish for you, but you get to decide if it ends well or if it ends badly. That's your choice.
And in the first half, at the end of the scene, you give your dice to somebody else.
Yeah.
Who's
Well,
in front of them.
okay, here we go. So, John Sienski is here and ready to go.
So we're all, the other 3 of us, we're all on the research station already, right?
Okay,
so Frank, I already know Frank, and I know Cleopatra. Oh my god.
you guys are
She's
rivals.
got such a stick up her ass.
Okay, are you starting a scene, names?
Start. Yeah, I'll start.
Thanks away.
Cool. So you are arriving, right?
I'm arriving, yeah, sure.
Cool. Great. In which case,
Actually, your job title, Stoner.
there we go. No, I should like cross that out badly, shouldn't I? It's like, no, I don't want anyone to know, man.
Sure. Okay, so Brady, you're.
Yeah. So it's a typical freezing day here at McMurdo Station in Antarctica, and Brady the intern has been sent out in as many coats as he could find, which was 2, what's the boat thing that you guys have got?
There is a tourist icebreaker called the Kalevnikov, which will come in at some point.
Okay.
Well, could that not have been how you arrived?
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, so he's come down to the, I don't know what, the docks or whatever it is that you've got here. Like,
Sure.
he's trudged through the snow or gone on the daily. He's
I'll have a hovercraft.
He's gone across.
Yeah, that's how you travel across Antarctica.
This is going to be a scene between the 2 of us.
Sweet.
So as you are coming down off of the Russian icebreaker, you can see this mound of coats and snow and goggles with a little sign that says John Science Guy.
Hey there. I assume you're Cleopatra.
Oh, hey, dude. So good to meet you. Like, totally wrong. My name is Dylan, but are you John Science Guy?
That's right. The name's Science Guy. John Science Guy.
Fantastic,
I've got my papers here somewhere. I'm going to reach inside.
No, don't worry, man. It's cool. I believe you. You got a trustworthy face. Look, I gotta take you back. So you better.
Someone needs to decide white or black for this scene.
You better climb on pretty soon. Otherwise, we're gonna freeze solid here, man.
Sure. Hey, listen, Dylan.
Yeah.
You seem like a respectable, upstanding kind of individual.
Oh man.
Who also maybe is a little down on their luck. Perhaps I can.
Matt, I can't sign up to any of your religious programs. Lost the word.
Doesn't matter.
My social worker has told me that's a really bad idea.
How old are you? I say, looking around.
Like,
we're in the middle of Antarctica.
I'm 21, man.
Right. And do you have any of the how would I put this? Sweet herb.
What?
Have you ever partaken of any marijuana cigarettes?
Oh, sure, man, all the time.
I will remind you that I am a direct employee of the federal government of the United States.
Dope, man.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Oh, wait, are you a cop?
I mean, for the third time, yes.
Then, no, I guess.
And I'm telling you that if you did, then this, I'm going to go wodge of cash, will be headed your way. I'm going to fold a 20 up and hand it to you.
Oh.
You see if you can sort me out, and there's more where that came from.
Well, gee, thanks, man.
It was Dylan, right?
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, Dylan.
Oh, you're welcome, science guy.
Let's get inside.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Climb on. And we'll head back across the snow
Sweet, and that's the end of that scene.
towards the McMurray station. I'm gonna give my dice.
We'll do that at the end of the tilt. We'll give all dice away at the tilt. That's the easy way to do it.
Really?
No, we'll do it now.
No,
it's
I'm
fine.
gonna give it to Zoe.
Sweet.
Okay.
So what?
Just keep it.
Just
Don't
keep
worry about it.
in front
Just
of you.
keep
It's
it.
not for anything
Keep it,
now.
love it, cherish
We'll
it,
deal with it in a
like
minute.
it's your first
Okay, so
one.
now it's my scene. Well, I've just had a scene, so I'm going to say somebody else can establish my scene for me.
All right.
We're heading into the station. I say, Zoe, establish my scene.
You are heading. You thought you were heading directly to the station.
That's where I assumed I was going.
In fact, you've gone the wrong way because you were trying to follow a compass, and it's the North Pole.
It's the North Pole. You
And
seem to be going around in circles.
you've actually arrived at a volcano,
Oh.
Oh, wow.
where
Cool.
you find Cleopatra volcano bathing.
Wow. Okay. What does Cleopatra look like?
I don't know why we didn't
Great,
this.
great. I love
Zoe
this.
is involved. It was...
This is magic. Okay, volcano bathing.
Mhm.
And she waves you down because she's forgotten to bring any clothes suitable for the Arctic and needs to get back to base. She
Amazing.
can't remember how she got here.
Oh my goodness me. Are you all right?
Hello.
Hello, Dylan. There's a creature down there.
Oh my God. Cleopatra, what are you doing?
I need some help.
Well,
Hang
damn
on,
right
stay
you
back.
do.
I'm gonna reach in.
It's okay, man. She's not dangerous. She's just terminally stupid. You'd
And-
think that a scientist would be smart. What are you doing?
She shouldn't be blue. Are you
I'm on a research excursion.
in your underwear?
Yes.
It's a hot spring, man. Any fool can see that.
But where are the rest of your clothes?
What are you doing?
I think they melted. I had a nap. I don't know. My clothes aren't here.
Oh my God, Cleopatra. We're gonna have to wait until the thaw now to find that fleece. That was like my third favorite fleece.
All right.
Can you give me a code?
It's all right. I'm gonna take a black
No.
dice. It's all right. Look, hop on. We got our spare supplies in the trunk, and in the back of the hovercraft. I'm gonna get you up out of the hot spring. Cleopatra, I'm here to, amongst other things, assess your research grant. We'll talk more when you're more suitably clothed, and we'll get you some coats and stuff. There we are. This should be great. And the hovercraft.
Dylan,
is-
do you not know how to maintain this thing?
The hovercraft is stranded.
It was fine until you turned up.
All right. Look, is there an
Why are you
engineer or
riding it
something at
next
the
to
research station?
volcano? I bet the smoke got in.
Does your research station have a maintenance guy? Who fixes these things?
Oh yeah, there's a guy. Do you know his name?
Frank.
Frank. Yeah. You guys are friends, right?
We're more than just friends, Dylan.
Yeah, right.
Dylan.
Look, how about you call him out here and we'll see what we can do.
Oh right, yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of that scene. I'm going to give this black dice. I'm going to give it to
Oh, my phone got dropped in the volcano.
All right, it is now your scene. Would you like to establish? We can just roll straight on if you'd like to.
Okay. So this is a scene involving all of us as we
It's a role play game full of Freyas. You're right.
as
I'm going to the Arctic. Should I pack anything special? I don't know. Like your DS. You might get bored.
I think we as a group, all of us are pulling into the maintenance bay. The hovercraft is smoking slightly, but mobile again.
Good.
And
Very squashed.
as the shutters come down, Frank flips his hood down. Look, Brady, could you just check which hovercraft I'm working on next time before you take it out? Because you take out the broken one, then it breaks more,
No,
and I
man.
need there was a sign on the. Sorry, Frank, we didn't get a chance to get introduced.
My name's
The
Siensky.
science guy.
John Skiensky.
Science, Siensky.
That's
Right.
correct.
Nice to meet you, John.
Spelled like it's said like it's spelled.
Yes.
That's a nice accent you got there, Frank.
Well, it's the one I was born with. Well, it takes time to. Yes, thank you. And yours is tolerable.
Sure.
So what did we lose this time? So we're down another set of your
I don't have my
clothes
phone.
and another phone.
Does this happen often?
There's a limit to how often it can happen due to our location.
I just, can I borrow your phone? I just
So-
need to call my mom.
According to my record here, there are only 3 people with level 5 clearance at this research station.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
What's level 5?
You have established this scene, I believe.
Yes, I have.
So somebody else will tell you if it goes well or
Yes,
badly.
does it go well or badly? Somebody else choose.
For who?
Well,
For
so
Frank.
For Frank.
For Frank. I've
It's
established
going
the
to go
scene.
well for Frank.
Oh, hang on. Oh no, I see. There's 23 people with level 5 clearance. I thought all my interviews could be conducted in this moment. Turns out I'm going to be here slightly longer than I thought. Well, thank you all. I'll.
Well, hey, dude,
interviews.
That's right. I don't wish to alarm any of you, but
are we going to be on TV?
no, no, Dylan.
I think most of the time that depends on how well / badly the interviews go.
Right. You're so wise, Frank.
Yes.
I wish I'd had a dad like you when I've been growing up.
Oh no. Anyway, I have things to fix and people to, yes. Right.
Right.
Yes. You need to be shown to your I think, did we get the spare room? You were meant to be here tomorrow. Anyway,
Take me to my quarters.
we'll
It's been
get
a
this
long
sorted.
journey from Mexico.
Yes.
It was quite a commute.
Have you considered moving closer to where you work?
Well, I mostly work in Mexico.
Okay. Then,
I have a special skill set. It's why I've been redeployed here.
Why are you here?
That and I slept with my boss's wife.
there's special skill sets and then there's that.
All right, so you're not immediately on my radar, so this scene has gone well for you. So I
Yes.
think we can just
Who are you
close
going
this
to give your
here.
dice to?
This dice.
Yeah, the one you
Yeah.
just got. Give it to somebody. Anybody, it doesn't matter.
You haven't got it. No, you haven't got it.
I haven't got a
You
dice.
haven't got a dice. There we go.
Sweet, I got one as well. At which
Nice.
point, Zoe, would you like to establish, or would you like us to establish a scene for you?
Someone else established a scene for me.
Okay, Cleopatra, you are in jeopardy. You are, unfortunately, one of your experiments with the penguins has gone slightly awry, and you find yourself locked in the room with penguins that appear rabid and are approaching. I'm going to start there.
Who else is in the scene?
In this, standing by, we have Frank and Brady can both at any point walk past this scene
Okay.
and see this going on.
I'm gonna smash whatever the highest alert thing is on the wall.
Taupe alert? No!
Okay. Yeah, you smash whatever the highest alert thing on the wall is.
Yeah, and Cleopatra is standing on the desk in the corner of the room.
The penguins can't jump.
But they are trying to rock the desk over at this
Amazing.
point.
Frank walks in looking at the clip. Did you knock the alarm sign? Oh my! Happening again! Why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? There was so much black. There is no exit here. Brady took his
Dylan comes
way.
running in through the door with an axe. Clunk, Clunk. I'm not gonna have it happen again.
You choose
Never
this
again.
go well or badly for you.
Clunk.
Brady actually manages to bat one of the penguins up onto Cleopatra.
So funny.
Amazing.
Well, I think that Cleopatra, you're probably saved in this, but all of your penguins that you were researching on have been brutally massacred. Just then.
That's what you get, penguins. That's what you get. Oh, hey, science guy.
Hey, looking at the dead penguins.
Ah.
As you were.
Ski.
Cleopatra, on a scale of 1 to no, how edible are these?
Alright, so
They're fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then that's dinner sorted at least.
You know how to
You're
cook?
eating penguin?
I'm getting the first plane back to Mexico.
Oh, a plane. You're adorable.
Alright, so that was that scene. Amy.
Someone established this scene for me.
Okay.
You're cooking. Yeah, I like it. No, that's good. Frank and Brady are in fact in the kitchen. Frank is teaching Brady how to cook penguin because Frank apparently knows how to cook penguin.
Are you sure these are gonna be okay, man? I mean, we pumped them full of like a mess of steroids and stuff.
Cleopatra said they'd be fine. Like, what are the chances of anything bad going?
No, I get to choose this.
What are the chances of anything bad happening with
Yeah, I
this?
mean, like she's a
I mean,
scientist, right? She knows stuff.
the trick is not to eat the liver, if I recall. That might be seals, I can't remember. One of the two. Like, don't eat the liver,
Okay.
and it'll be fine. They're quite plump, these ones, actually. I'll put the rest in the freezer, by which I mean outside, and we'll save them all for a rainy day, if it ever rains, which it won't.
Interesting.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Hey.
Yeah, you're a really good guy there, Frank. Taking all this interesting penguin specimen
you-
outside.
Have you had this John guy? Has he done the interview thing with you yet?
Apparently, I'm on his list somewhere, but
Because I'm scared. Like, is it a test? Do I have to?
they're not going to take any samples from you, Brady.
Okay.
They knew what they were getting into when they sent you down
Because,
here.
like, listen, man, I really need this job. And I know that, like,
But
at the end of
Brady-
this season, it's me or Cleopatra. And, like, I just want to know, like, what can I do to make sure that I'm still here next year, man?
Okay, Brady. I mean, on a fundamental level, old boy, we do write your reviews, and you've been nothing but a thoroughly pleasant chap to have around. So you're getting it's all positive from me, old boy. I'll do what I can.
Oh, gee, thanks, man.
You're all right. You're all right. I'll get these penguins stowed away outside.
Cool.
Alright, so Frank takes the penguins away. And that scene worked away. Give your
yeah.
dice to somebody.
I'm gonna give my dice.
Sweet, that's yours. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Yes, because you've just had your second scene.
Yeah, that was scene 2.
Lovely. In which case, it is my scene.
Yeah, we've got 3 more to go before the tilt.
Okay, great. So I would like a scene with. I'm going to have a scene with Cleopatra.
Okay.
And I'm going to establish it. Excuse me. So, Miss Cleopatra, please have a seat.
I'm already sitting.
Good.
I'm
You
just
have,
very tall.
you have passed the first test. I'm going to turn the light so it shines directly in your face. It's really low wattage. It's not doing very much. Like, in fact, it's just a bare light bulb. So I'm going to grab it and turn it and be like, well, they always crack eventually. And I'm going to move the light bulb really close to you. Huh? What do you have to say? Ow, ow, ow. What do you have to say for yourself, huh?
What? I don't know what this is about.
Oh, likely story.
Read your nameplate. Skinky guy.
It's pronounced
What?
Skiensky.
That's how it's spelled.
Sorry.
Said like it's spelled.
Why are you interviewing me?
Because somebody with level 5 clearance has been passing information. I won't say to who,
Really?
but they're Russian.
Who do you think it is?
Well, obviously, Miss Cleopatra. I think it's you.
Me?
Yes,
I
you.
don't even have a phone. How would I tell Russia anything?
That is a good question.
I
But
bet it was Brady.
who's Brady?
Brady's an intern.
It's gonna go badly for John.
They're not even a full-time employee. I don't know why everyone thinks they're so great.
All right, Brady. And what evidence do you have for this, Miss Cleopatra? Am I
So petty.
am I saying that right?
Yes.
Namaste. Right.
Ski.
We'll just agree to disagree then. All right, I gotta go find a Brady. All
Tell
right.
them to give me their phone.
Interesting. So I want you to tell me a bit more about this.
Oh, wait. If you interviewed them, should I bring them here? Do you want me to go get them? I can go get them.
No, I don't think there's any need. I think you've said quite enough. I think it's clear from everything that you've said, Miss Cleopatra, that you, in fact, are the criminal I've been sent to apprehend. Yes, and there was an admission of guilt. Miss Cleopatra, you're under arrest. And there's I'm going to put cuffs on you because that went badly for me. I've got entirely the wrong person. And I'm going to say, hey, there you go.
Oh, thank you very much. Gotta remember our forbidden object. Yes.
Okay, so this is between me and John. John, having decided to come outside for a celebratory cigarette following his successful collar, discovers Frank with a penguin under one arm and a vaguely suspicious look. John! Didn't know you smoked.
Oh, hey, Frank.
Oh.
Hey. Hello.
Have you?
Franklin or Frankland. Is your name short for Franklon? I mean, that would be unusual, but I think I knew a Franklon once.
It's just.
I knew them twice.
It's just Frank.
Why do you only know people once?
It depends how. Yes.
What are you doing with that dead penguin?
Oh, just taking it for a walk. Storage to storage. That makes. Yes, I'm taking it to storage.
Why?
Well, it's not one way you.
Hang on.
There's a reflexively Frank squeezes the penguin too hard, and a static bag just drops out of the
right.
Yes, that's where
right. That's it. I've had enough to hear.
Frank begins pelting it very slowly through the knee-deep snow away from this situation.
Slowest chasing.
You come back here.
Slow speed pursuit.
Slow speed pursuit. John has run away from his hovercraft, which he has there. He's chasing you on foot.
I think we're just going to leave that pursuit mid-process.
That seems very strong. I would like to say John has pulled a gun.
Okay.
And is saying, freeze! Freeze! As we wade, like we're about 2 feet away from it. Okay, meanwhile, Zoe, the last scene before the tilt is yours.
Oh.
You give this to me.
Yes, it is.
So, do you want to see this scene?
Cleopatra
Yeah.
and Frank
Oh.
are sitting in a makeshift jail cell
Oh no!
in the research base, which is actually just the kitchen. We're just
Amazing.
cuffed to the dinner table.
Great.
Sweet.
And Brady
Yeah.
is cooking.
Great.
It's like Bolivia all over again.
Guys,
Brady, I know I said you were doing a good job, but you can at some point stop cooking. You know, you are able to stop.
I'm really confused now. Why are you guys chained up?
Frank, John arrested us.
Why?
I don't know why. Can I use your phone? Please,
know,
Brave,
man.
I'm so bored.
You'll just like use up all
You're
my
cooking
data
anyway.
again. I know, but like,
But do you not have unlimited?
no, what? Unlimited? You can get unlimited data?
Yeah. I'll show you how. Just give me your phone.
Wait a second. This is a trick, right?
Yeah, it's a magic trick.
I do like magic tricks.
It goes well for you.
It goes well. Well, hey, like, look, I don't like you, and I think you're mean, but also,
Unlimited.
like, you're not very friendly, and
I can't.
you
get to
steal my duvet. But then again, like, you did set the penguins on me last week.
That wasn't me.
You
Frank
know what?
slowly chewing
was-
through his own arm.
I'll let you have my phone, but you gotta promise not to lose this one. Okay.
I want to take it out of this room.
Okay. Who wants penguin? This thing is burnt.
This
Absolutely burnt to a
Okay, this
crisp.
is going well for Cleopatra because she now has access to your experiment.
Okay, lovely. So we've run the first half of this.
Yeah.
And got us to here. Lovely. So now we have
You need to give that dice to somebody,
Yeah.
Zoe.
Oh yeah.
pick any person and give them the dice. Doesn't matter.
Any of these two?
No,
It
the
was
white
the
dice. that you
white
have.
one you were given.
Oh.
So it needs to go to somebody that's not you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sweet. Okay, so now the tilt works like this. Everybody rolls the dice they have in front of them and gets a total. You take the highest number. So in my case, I rolled 6 black and 4 white. So
Yeah.
I ended up with 2 black is my total. You subtract the lower from the higher.
Yeah.
So I end up with 3 white.
That's correct?
3
2 black.
Okay, so I've got 2 black. Amy, you've got 2 black.
Yeah.
You've got 3 white.
3 black.
3 black.
There's a
Okay,
lot of black
so
going on
you
here.
guys get to choose. You are the 2 people who did. So you've got a 1, 4, 5, and 2. Those are the numbers that have been rolled.
Okay.
Right.
Keep.
So we get 2 elements for the tilt.
That is correct.
1, 4, 5, and 2. And David and Zoe get to choose, yeah?
Correct.
So here is your tilt table. We have the categories mayhem, tragedy, innocence, guilt, paranoia, and failure. So have a look at those, and between you, you can decide what you want to spend these dice on.
Oh my god, Lo-Fi, you must stop. You must stop. Yes, so we're going to decide on these and then we're going to take a break. It's part of the game when we take a break, it's built in.
Okay.
I am going to say I'm going to spend this 5 on paranoia.
Great, so there is a paranoia.
Okay, I'm going to write these down.
I'll do a tragedy as well.
Great.
Paranoia and tragedy.
Good.
Right. So now you have to define them. You've got a 4 and a 1. And
I was supposed to be in the camera shot.
is it the same that the last dice is wild?
No, I think
Okay.
let's go with
A
these.
stranger arrives to settle a score.
Ooh.
Right, okay.
Death right on time.
Death right on time.
Okay, so we have a tragic death right on time and a paranoid stranger arrives to settle a score. Good, okay. So we don't, again, these just have to turn up by the end. They don't have to be major things, but
yeah.
these appear kind of to mess with the route that things are going right now. So I imagine that a nice introduction for the person who is arriving is the person that maybe you've called. Like, there's things that could happen there.
Right.
Oh, I was going to suggest that your character dies and then somebody else turns
Right
up and you
on
play the new
time.
person that turns up.
Oh, I'd be okay with that as well.
What was
There's
the
things
other
that
one?
Is that something
Paranoia?
that you can work? 'Cause I'm
A
not sure.
stranger
No, you
arrives
have
to settle a
flashbacks.
score.
Oh,
Character dies. I've had someone
Paranoia.
die before we start.
We've had somebody die before you start.
I have. It's fine. I had 4 flashback scenes. They were my scenes that I had. In fact, it was great. The town was coming together to mourn the death of this character that was my character, and so I had flashback scenes with each of the individuals.
Oh, cute. Like it.
And eventually, they discovered that I had told someone where my buried treasure was.
There we go.
Right.
Um,
Okay. So now we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we will
Where
return.
do these dice go? They go back to our respective people?
Yes, they do.
So how is this split?
Or is it black and white?
Black
Oh,
and white.
does it need to be on the
Black and
numbers as
white.
well?
No, it doesn't
No,
matter.
no, no.
Right, now what happens is we play exactly the same for the next cycle round, but when you are given a dice at the end of a scene or you take a dice, you add
keep
it to
it.
your collection. You keep it. These are relevant and they will come up later, but for now, we're going to be taking a short break. Don't go anywhere because we'll come back. This is built into Fiasco, which I like. It's the idea that now take a moment to, sort yourself out, but also
have a drink,
have a think,
stretch your legs,
how's your story going?
How you want to do this? So.
Yeah, how can we build these narrative elements that we've got now into a satisfying finale?
Everybody down.
I'm really enjoying two equally dense
You're just
science
both so terrible at this.
I didn't say I was a good spy.
Greatly. Oh no! Well, this is the thing. Like Frank is like the only sensible person here.
You can't be competent, right? Like no one's allowed to be competent in paranoia because in Fiasco
Or in paranoia.
or in paranoia. There is a Fiasco paranoia which I quite like.
Oh my gosh!
That seems somewhat redundant, but sure. I mean, I suppose just running paranoia in the Fiasco system
It's
is
the same, yeah.
I do quite like Pandan Soda's idea. A penguin returns, jacked up on steroids and with super intelligence to exactly.
I'm kind of okay with this. One of the penguins we put outside wasn't quite dead.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was, but it's still back.
Just
Oh
turned
my
into
God.
a stoner movie, and it was resurrected with the power of being hotboxed by someone in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's it. Oh man, that's what went wrong with the experiment. Or maybe you'd be like, you could tip the marijuana into their experiment and see what would
What happens?
see what happens. Yeah, I like this. I'll be back in 5 guys.
So a stranger arrives to settle a score. I mean, potentially you haven't met your person who you're passing information to.
Mm-hmm.
So
that could be. Yeah, maybe I'm over. That's the thing. Maybe I'm overdue for my my pickup on the icebreaker, and as a result, somebody has come looking.
Yeah.
Could the humble chat get some character design? Ask chat. What does everybody's characters look like? Okay, so
Character design.
yeah, so my character John Skiensky looks like Agent Smith in The Matrix, but he's played by Will Ferrell.
Nice. Very nice. Brady is like straight down the line Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but in like Arctic gear all the time.
Frank. Frank is
Is the famous British actor.
Anthony
Brady
Hopkins.
is
Anthony
Anthony
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Frank is Anthony Hopkins. There we go.
Brady is young Keanu.
Oh my gosh, young
So
Keanu.
perfect.
Yes, yeah, young Keanu Reeves. Absolutely.
Frank is Anthony Hopkins. There we go. Done.
Great. Oh.
If you've seen Ruby, Cleopatra is Weiss. If you didn't know how to do her hair.
Is Ruby like Mex manga? No.
It is American animated anime
That's
about things with teeth versus schoolgirls
Oh
with
my goodness.
big guns.
cool.
It's my kind of show.
Very nice. Yeah, so there we go. That is who we have. And penguins. Well, the penguins are penguins.
The penguins, I feel like we're calling them penguins, but they're actually like dogs. And it just doesn't get explained why there's so many dogs in the Arctic. They're not Arctic dogs. They're
No, I like that they're
they're
penguins.
like Labradors.
No, I want them to be penguins. It's
Okay.
just because dogs have a potential to be scary. Penguins, it's quite
Penguins are
difficult to
just like-
imagine them being
yeah.
scary unless you've seen Madagascar. Yes, this is just a live-action Penguins of Madagascar short.
Yes, yeah. It's like the gritty remake.
Yeah, the gritty remake of the Penguins from Madagascar. Oh my goodness, I would actually kind of
DC
watch.
version.
Yeah, it's DC verse.
Yeah. Oh man.
Kowalski,
And it's got
the
the
DC
penguins.
universe.
It's got the penguins like hopping down a really long set of stairs and like kind of dancing around a little bit and I can't imagine trashy Weiss.
Trashy. It is Trashy Weiss.
Trash
So
Weiss.
Weiss if she goes off the deep end at some point.
A slightly younger Anthony Hopkins, I hasten to add. Not. Oh, he's getting old.
He is. He's still wonderful.
He's still wonderful.
He's gorgeous.
Mm.
I need to practice my accents, particularly around other people, because if I try and do one and I'm talking to someone else who's doing an accent, my accent just becomes their accent.
I have a real problem with osmosizing people's accents when I talk to them. Sometimes if they have a particularly strong accent. I have a real problem with Irish accents in that regard. It mostly sounds like I'm taking the piss, and it's not intended at all.
Stream froze. Is stream
Apparently
back?
we have a green line across us as well.
Ooh. Oh no, I think that's just for us in OBS because Josh has moved the screen
Josh has
around,
moved things,
and so he'll still have that one connected. No, it's not back. What is it?
Sykes says it's good.
Oh, okay,
It might actually be not on our end.
Oh, yep. Sykes Mackenzie's good. Pandan Soda's good. Might be you, Lo-Fi. Might be you. We got no errors things on this screen. This is looking shiny. Most strange. Okay, so what are we thinking then? Because we can talk about this. We can talk about the way this story's going to go.
Okay, so
I think marijuana in the science experiments is really not a bad idea.
Marijuana at this point is friggin' air conditioning.
They don't care too much about continuity, but where does Cleopatra get marijuana?
Well, you've got to find it, right? Because you need to discover the truth about my criminal activity. So you've been, you could sneak around in my room trying to, discredit me and find a great big.
Yeah.
Okay, so the penguin coming back to life, bent on vengeance, is funny, but it depends how straight we want to play it. Because so basically we've got two options here: either the penguin coming back, or the or my contact on the icebreaker coming looking for me. Those are the two options that I can see with this one.
Okay.
A death right on time.
Whoever
the
it
only
was
survivors.
from our backstory, maybe.
Oh yes.
Well, or possibly because this doesn't have to be a past thing. This could be.
Oh, it could be.
This could be the way that the game ends. It's just you and I.
The spoilers on that card.
Yeah, death right on time. I mean, like someone's gonna die. And right on
this
time
could be
implies that it's planned, or at least
this
slightly.
could be the power generator for the station.
Oh, that the power goes out.
Yeah, the power goes out, and it all gets very bad very quickly.
Right, that's a great set of ideas that I've walked in on. Let's enact them.
Okay.
So, can I have chat back?
Yes.
No, hello.
Penguin is too gonzo for Fiasco.
Are you sure?
It would be like a parody of the thing. It would be marvellous.
Yes, we've decided that this might actually be the gritty remake of the Penguins of Madagascar.
Okay.
PC.
Penguins are a bit gonzo for Fiasco, but that's okay. I think.
We have the option that we're going with on this one. We've got two options at the moment. One is it's either my my contact from the icebreaker shows up because I'm overdue.
Okay.
Or somebody from our tragic backstory yet to have been fully explained.
We could be in it together. I mean,
Captain Jean-Luc Picard just beams down and destroys everything.
Patrick Stewart plus Anthony Hopkins equals I don't care what happens from here on out. It's just
hello, Rilla. Yes, you have come in at a very interesting time, and in fact, at exactly the right time because we are
about to begin
Act 2 of Fiasco. So, what's happened so far? We are on an ice research station in Antarctica. We are at McMurdo Station. I am Brady, the stoner intern. Zoe is Cleopatra, the other intern, the hot mess. David is Frank, who is the engineer and also covert spy, played by Anthony Hopkins. And Josh is playing John Sienski. His name is said how it's spelled, which looks like
John Sienski.
Yeah, John Sienski. Who has come to investigate rumours that there may be a spy somewhere on the research station.
Okay, so here we go. I
go first.
You do go first. Okay, I've got a fun thing I want to do.
Okay. Does it involve me? Because I'm very happy for you to call my scene and I'll decide how it goes.
No, I've got to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Go.
Well, you could just go first. It doesn't matter which way round we do this.
No, so it's fine. I'm happy to call your scene. That's fine. Let's do this. Okay. So, Brady. Okay, so I want. Yeah, Brady, you're there and you're with the others. You've just handed over some very burnt penguin.
Yeah.
And suddenly there is a and all of the lights go out, and there's some emergency strips of lighting.
Is this our death right on time?
Flick on, and you hear emergency power activated. You will have heating for the next 35 minutes.
Oh, that's not...
Containment breach on level 7. Containment breach on level 7.
What does that mean?
Emergency power activated. You will have heating for the next 34 minutes.
Yeah, we heard you already.
Containment breach on level 7. Containment
Say
breach
it
on
again.
level 6.
We kind of need these cuffs off because.
Oh man, I don't know.
Could you go and find Brady? Could you either could you go and find John?
What is a containment breach?
That's.
I don't know.
There's something to be said for panic and adrenaline. You don't need this much adrenaline. So go and find John.
I don't want to leave you guys. If it's dangerous, you'll get cold.
So Brady, how do you think we power this place?
I don't know.
Because if the answer's a nuclear reactor, you're right. And if by containment breach we mean that, then yes. Can you go and find John, please? Yes. Can you go and find? Yes. Can you go and find John? Yes.
I'm freaking out a bit, man.
No,
give me a phone before you go.
You got my phone.
Yes, you have.
I gotta find John.
Yeah, you have to go and find John.
Right.
Yes.
I gotta find
Go
John.
and find John, please.
I gotta find John.
Yes.
Amazing.
I gotta go. Okay, right. Don't go nowhere, guys.
We won't. That's fine.
I run out of the thing, still holding the frying pan.
Amazing.
I run down the red lit corridors, heading to wherever you are.
Someone establish my scene.
Okay, cool. So I come running through the corridors. The lights are sort of a flickering red. We're still getting there. You will have heating for the next 32 minutes. Containment breach on level 6, level 5. And I come running around the corner. And
Dylan, I'm glad to find you. Something strange is going on here.
Science guy, we gotta.
It's Skiensky.
Skiensky.
Said like it's spelled.
Exactly, you got it, man. You're the boss. You gotta come and unlock the handcuffs, man, because there's like a containment breach. And we gotta go, man. We gotta go.
They got to you, didn't they?
Wait, no,
somebody else called.
No, someone called it like it's.
Oh yeah, you get to choose. Sorry,
that's fine. They got to you, didn't they?
Who?
Yeah, the Russians.
The Russians?
They know what you've been doing down here.
Whoa, man!
Steroids, nuclear power. Drop the weapon.
Oh!
Drop the weapon.
I throw the frying pan at you.
Okay, you throw the frying pan at me. There's a blam, blam, blam. In the darkness. And you see several small shapes appear behind John Skiensky. And in the slight muzzle flash that there is lighting up the corridor, you can see half a dozen penguins surging down the corridor behind him.
Just normal penguins or the science penguins?
These look much larger than normal penguins.
Okay, they're the ones we've been experimenting on.
Wait.
Whoa.
John Skiensky.
Buddy, we gotta go!
Oh,
run,
you would say
run.
that. Hey, you come back here.
No.
What?
I'm going.
Okay, John Skiensky turns. Stupid. Okay, we're gonna leave the scene there. John Skiensky getting overrun by radioactive penguins. That's fine. Yeah, cool. Brady. Frank, sorry.
Somebody call the scene.
Somebody call the scene.
Okay.
You are in the engineering bay. You're missing an arm.
Yes.
You're there with Cleopatra.
Good start.
And we
Strong
have
smell of fried pig from my stump.
we have a jet ski and a snowmobile. We can't really tell which is which because it's very dark. And we've got the walkie-talkie with John screaming down it for help.
Ah! Oh my god, there's so many of them. They're so large. So large.
Frank just leans over and turns the walkie-talkie off. Oh no, if only we could have helped him. Right, Cleopatra.
Are we?
Oh, are you still in cuffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean, I'm not gonna rip off my own arm like a fucking psycho.
Look, back in Bolivia, we said we would go out together or not at all, okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
So one of us had to do something. Give me a second with this torch. Frank starts up a acetylene torch and and an acetylene torch and then clinks through the.
I'm trying channel 2. Is there anyone on channel 2?
And clinks through
I've
the.
managed to lock myself with my gun and the keys to my handcuffs in a room. I'm on level 3. Is anybody? Oh God, they're coming! Please help!
I cut through the chains on your handcuffs, and and start trying to. Right, you get the jet ski started. I need to go and pick some things up from. my room. I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
Start it? Oh no. I'll try. You go.
Okay. Okay.
Are you?
Someone else
yeah,
wrote the scene, so you get to decide how it goes.
I mean, you lost an arm.
I lost an arm, but that wasn't even.
No, that was in establishment. Yeah.
Like I feel like.
Sweet, yeah, go for it.
Right. So I am going to. Manage to get to my room and find the things I'm looking for. I also managed to find.
We'll get there. And it's
okay.
yeah. So okay, you run through.
Okay,
What do you
found
find?
things you
I find the drop that I need to get out with this.
Oh,
You've got
got the stuff.
Fab.
What does it look like?
It's a chrome pellet case.
Cool.
Okay.
Amazing.
They do those in chrome in this reality
Nice.
for some reason.
Why not?
How many scenes do we have left?
This is you have 2 scenes. This is one of them.
Yeah, you'll be the last one, so.
You are the last scene, so it's
So you've got this one
right.
and then one more.
And then one more
Yes.
This
circle.
is your penultimate scene. That you get.
Yes.
You just
Lost an arm. Thanks, Zoe. Someone call this for me.
Okay.
Okay, so it's been you're now heating will run out in 22 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. Frank hasn't returned.
You have managed to get
How do I
you
get
have
this
managed to
thing?
get the snowmobile stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you have.
Right, that's the kind of thing.
that's
It doesn't have to be. You can.
But you need someone else in this scene.
That's true. And Brady has turned up and is hammering on the outside of a door which Frank sealed.
And may or may not have
Hello?
penguins on the other side.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello?
Hello.
Cleopatra, are you in there?
Yes.
Is that
Obviously.
you? Oh, what's happening? I found like Frank's arm and I'm freaking out.
Waving.
Dun, 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 dun. Like, what do I do? Let me in.
Wait. Okay. I'll let you in.
Okay.
Wait, how do I open this door?
I don't know, man.
Wait. Oh no, I need all of your security clearances to open this door.
Wait, what?
All of them.
What?
What's your mother's maiden name?
My mother's maiden name?
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
know.
You
You
choose. Does this
don't
go well or
know?
badly for you?
Look, we gotta go because like the penguins.
Goes badly for you,
The
yeah.
penguins are out. All the penguins that I was working on, they're gone. They're
What
gonna.
did you do to the penguin?
I didn't do nothing, man. There was like a breach or something, and
I
the
think there's a
fences
hissing.
are
I think there's a
down.
hissing noise from
What
What
behind
are
you
you
in the
talking
room.
about?
Like we gotta
No.
go.
Now
They
I
get
need.
out of the base,
no,
man.
I
They're
need
gonna take over. They're a dominant predator.
I need all of the addresses.
Come on, you gotta
I'm-
let me through. We gotta nuke this
Look,
place.
I'm trying to open the door. I need the last 5 addresses.
Brady, you see behind Cleopatra coming.
Oh, can I see
poking-
through the door?
Yeah, just a little hatch poking out of the water. The first of a few
Oh my
penguins
God.
that start to make their way
Cleo,
behind
you
her.
gotta find your own way out. I'm out of here. And I run. Brady runs out into the darkness.
Brady's your scene.
It's my scene.
Yeah,
Great.
your last scene.
The very last
yes,
scene
my
of
last
Brady.
scene. Amazing. Brady is running down the corridors. The lights are flickering on and off. Water is dripping. He can hear sort of distant sounds of like screaming. Can't tell if it's like human or penguin anymore. It's all sort of blending. Yeah, it's very kind of like
Amazing.
Alien, Jurassic Park. Brady's hyperventilating. He's holding Frank's arm. Like in a moment of panic, he runs over, smashes an emergency window, and pulls out a fire axe. last one, baby. Do me proud. And he's gonna.
As he runs, he's running past a bunch of other, like, in case of emergency brake laws, all of which have been broken. The axes are gone.
Yeah, the axes are all gone. Brady is running up towards the highest level so that he can try and get out of the base and, I don't know, maybe seal it if he's got that kind of presence of mind. Cleopatra is stuck downstairs. Who do I run into?
I think you run into John because John has has been out of the.
I don't mind. Doesn't bother me at all.
John,
Oh
go
wait,
John.
no! I want to run into you, Frank.
Yeah. You run into
Turn
me.
around the corner and I run into you.
Ah!
Oh, Frank! I got your arm.
Thank you, Brady. That is.
It's cauterized. You burned it on the stove.
Thank you, Brady. That's very thoughtful. Frank tucks it under his stump.
We gotta go, man. We gotta get out of here and seal the place. I think Cleopatra's gone. I think the science guy's gone. And the penguins are gonna get out unless we lock this place down. Frank, we gotta go.
We need to get back to the garage and Cleopatra. That's the only.
What? That's not the only way out. We can go out through the top, through the hatch, but we gotta go now.
We can use
Emergency power will run out in 15 minutes.
We can use Science Guy's. We can use Science Guy's hovercraft. Yes.
We gotta go, man. We gotta go. The icebreaker might still be up there.
Hang on, I'm gonna give this.
You go and get onto the icebreaker, Brady. You take this with you. There's some vital supplies in there. I need to go back and find Cleopatra. Make sure she's all right. You.
Okay.
You.
I'll see you at the icebreaker, right, man?
You'll definitely see me at the icebreaker, Brady.
Okay. I love you, man. And Brady's gonna give you a big hug with, like, you know, the chrome case and the axe. And,
gives you a hug.
Don't get killed by penguins, man. I'll see you soon. And Brady runs.
Sweet. Okay.
Frank, looking with only the intensity of Anthony Hopkins can manage that corridor after him. You go, Brady. You go. And then jogs back into the darkness.
Hello? Is anybody there? Is anyone? This is Channel 5. Is anyone on Channel? Hello, Channel 6. Anybody there? It's very dark in here. And
yeah, shut up. I'm trying to concentrate.
oh my God, is that you, Cleopatra? You have to save me. I'm here on level 3. I'm surrounded by corpses of penguins.
All right.
There's so many dead. Oh no.
This goes badly for you.
Wait, on level 3? Which one was that from?
Oh, hang on. Well, that's not good. I think that's a lung. Cleopatra, it's going dark. It's going so cold. I need you to do something for me. There's a Russian spy on this base. Yeah, give me a black one, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Brady. You can't let this information escape. I need you to do something. I need you to find Brady. I need you to cut his head off with an axe.
Oh my God.
Can you do that, Cleopatra?
Yeah.
Promise me. Oh my God, they're in. Promise me. Oh! And there's a white hand static on the radio. That is the last single science guy.
Frank, how are you doing?
Okay. Frank has. Penultimate scene. Okay.
You have a chance. You might get out alive.
Yeah, maybe. So Frank is in the maintenance bay. Has just kicked in the door with a penguin lash onto his arm.
Oh my God. Wait, the one that's loose or the one that's still dead?
It's an unconscious penguin dangling off his stump arm.
Amazing.
Cleopatra, where are you?
Yeah. Come here.
Look, we need to go. We need to get out. Did you manage to get us started?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go. Let's go. We need to get out
I
of here.
couldn't get the door open.
Right.
to
Okay.
get out.
Okay. Let's. Oh God. There's still more of them down the corridor. Cleopatra, no, go. I'll distract them while you go. Go, get out of here.
What?
Take Brady, get to the icebreaker and get out of here. Just go.
Okay.
Go.
Wait,
One of us
Frank,
needs... Yes.
Frank, you should come with me.
Oh,
Come on. I've got some rope. I can tie you to the back of the
There's no...
snow bike.
There's one of us gets out of here or neither of us does. Go. Live.
Alright, fine.
And I...
I've got rope. We've got
wait,
plenty
wait.
of time.
They move their penguins. They move very slowly.
Where's Brady?
He went up top through the hatch.
How do I get there?
You'll need to go. You need to go now. Go. And Frank sort of jogs off into the darkness, stumbling down the corridor towards the large flashing nuclear symbols on the wall. Like leaning up against the door, punches desperately in a code, opens the door into the reactor proper, and gets to the reactor panel as the penguin on his arm wakes up, and we cut.
Amazing. Cleopatra, the last scene.
And this dice is wild.
This dice is wild, so you can decide. It's white or black, your choice.
Yeah. Well, if you get the scene
Both.
called for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to call.
Right, you're calling, so we decide how it
Scene.
goes.
Cleopatra and Brady are both covered in penguin blood. Brady is riding on the back of the snowmobile as we make our way towards the volcano.
Wait, shouldn't we be going to the icebreaker? We gotta
The
get out
what?
of here. The icebreaker. We
What?
gotta go.
But the volcano is how we escape.
It is.
Yes, don't worry, it's all going to be fine, Brady. It's all going to be fine.
Okay, I know what you're going for, and this
Steaming
is white
towards
for
the
you.
volcano.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. We gotta get out of here. I think we're still in the blast range. We gotta go.
The blast range.
Like, if they're gonna shut it down.
The snowmobile is somehow climbing the volcano.
Sure.
I don't know how
Sure.
snowmobiles
It's a
work.
hovercraft.
Yeah.
It's a hovercraft. Yeah,
it's a
it's
hovercraft.
Brady's. It's John Sienski's hovercraft.
Yeah, you could do that. That's fine. I like this.
Brady, did you ever who do you think would have got the grant out of the two of us?
Oh, you, babe.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you're much smarter than me.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna crash the snowmobile, kind of off a ledge, and we're gonna fly over the top of the volcano. And Brady's gonna fall into the volcano.
Okay, so the movie ends
Yeah.
with the hovercraft doing a 180 over the top of the volcano, and both of you starting to fall, and that is where we cut to credits. Okay, amazing, guys. Now, the aftermath is where we determine exactly what happened to every character. So,
You take the
you
dice.
take your dice in front of you and you roll them.
Oh, damn. I've got what?
Okay. That's
12.
So now you take away whatever your lower set is from your higher set. So if you had a lower number on black, you take it away from the white. If you had a lower number on white, you take it away from the black.
So
High numbers in anything is good. Minus lots, plus lots is
So
good.
we need the number and the colour.
Minus lots, plus
I have
lots.
2 black and 3 white. Is that correct?
No, so you have 7 minus 6. You have 1 white.
1 white.
That is not good.
I have
Well,
two
that's
black.
okay.
You
You're
have 2 black.
2 black, okay.
I have 7 white.
I have 11 black.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
So I'll go last.
You're
Let's.
gonna go last.
So where is?
Wait.
let's-
So 11 black.
We'll have a look. We'll see how this goes. So, read 11 black. Oh no, we'll start with this. This one's the worst.
One
so
white.
one
Yeah.
white. Here we
One
go.
white. So the fate for Frank is dreadful.
Yes.
You are certainly dead, probably from a self-inflicted wound. People you care about are also probably dead, maybe through your own stupid, ugly failure. To say that you fucked up is an insult to fucked upness. You have redefined the term. You had 2 black?
I think you can tell.
Brutal. You have wounds that will never heal, for starters. Stuff sawed off, blown off, or burned off on your way to grand ignominious failure. Kiss whatever you care about goodbye. You may die, but you may not. Now, I got 7 whites.
That's pretty good.
Weak. You're busted, beat, broke down, but at least you've learned a lesson about human greed and frailty, right? It'll serve you well in prison, which is where you're probably headed.
Okay,
And what
11 black.
Pretty good. All things considered, you're coming out of this smelling like a rose. You're a little better off. Maybe you got the girl, or maybe you just didn't get caught.
I have a pitch. The post-credit scene is literally you getting debriefed.
Well, no,
back
now
in.
we do the
The
post-credits.
post-credit scene works like this. So you have these are very short little seamless little snips, and you don't have to spend all your dice. If it comes to you and you haven't got anything, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you just spend a dice
To add a moment.
To add a moment, you go, okay, so I will start. Okay, so I'll start and I'll say the first moment that you see is Frank being absolutely overrun by a horde of glowing green penguins. These penguins are tonk, right? They've got veins in their muscles.
They've got like 8 packs.
Yeah, 8-pack penguins. He's like, oh, get off me, you communists! And he's going down. That's the first scene. That's what you get.
What's
I'm
happening
building to
with Frank's?
This I think is followed by a loud mechanical clunk and then a small mushroom cloud over the research base.
Amazing.
So we have 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 little moments.
The first is a slow-mo clip of Cleopatra in mid-air reaching out to grab the handle of the snow bike.
Very nice.
We have a moment where we see Brady falling down towards the clear blue water of the hot spring, still clutching the brass,
The chrome.
the chrome suitcase and his axe. So that's the moment.
Lovely. Okay, so we've had a click, and I suggest the mushroom cloud is probably the last thing.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Just 'cause
no,
so we'll
that's
get there in a second. So surround.
Oh, unless you've somehow survived the wreckage.
Well, yeah, but I mean we've got 3 more things. So we see improbably pressing out of the mass of penguins, John Skiensky limping away from a horde of penguins and locking himself in a room, looking around, and it says Dylan's Brady's bunk with the word intern scribbled out. I'm like, there's got to be something here.
Hang on.
It's all right. You can totally pass as well.
Pass.
That's fine. No
Sorry,
worries.
because I misheard what you said. I thought you were talking about my character, not yours. So that was why I went with where I went with. It's fine. So just call it for a moment. Just keep going around.
Right.
You don't need to do
So
more.
you can also do further reaching consequences if you want to, like what happened to your guy who was waiting for the drop or things like that.
If I can do slightly before
Yeah.
your thing. So we've seen Cleopatra grabbing the snowmobile, and now we see Brady grabbing Cleopatra's ankle.
Amazing.
As before, and Cleopatra going,
Act between Brady's teeth.
Wonderful. Okay. Brady swings wildly with the axe in slow motion and takes off Cleopatra's leg just below the knee.
So good. Okay. Do you want to have your?
No, go for it. Go for it. I'm getting a rough idea now. Keep going.
Okay. So we're going to see John Skiensky, limp, battered, bloody, looking desperately around as penguins crowd the outside of the room, and he picks up a 1 kilogram bag of marijuana, and he goes, "Hey, I guess there's an ups." And there's suddenly a bright, hot, white flash of light and a mushroom cloud over the Antarctic.
On the deck of the icebreaker, a cold, miserable-looking woman is having a cigarette and looking out over the snow as a white flash goes off in the distance. She shields her eyes, swears in Russian, as there's a click of two guns cocking behind her as two federal agents come out of the shadows.
Awesome. Love it.
So Cleopatra lands roughly like rolling.
Missing a leg.
The snowmobile crashes into her and crushes her torso. And she's just going like,
We see a shot with the smoking wreckage of the snowmobile in the background, Brady clawing himself up over the edge of the hot spring volcano and rolling down into the snow and half staggering, half stumbling towards the icebreaker in the distance, still clutching the briefcase.
Okay. I'd like the last scene, so I'm.
Oh, you
No,
can
let's
hold
go.
it.
Yeah, pass it. Frank slumped against the console, looming penguin shadows coming towards him. Sighs and speaks wistfully like, maybe you would have been a good son, Brady. And then scrabbles up at the panel above him, and the loud mechanical clunk that was heard earlier is heard again. And we cut to another scene.
Cleopatra crawling through the dirt. And find something. Ooh. Oh, here it is.
Amazing.
Brady arriving covered in like blood and dirt and debris with like torn fleece coming out of his jacket, wild haunted eyes. He's got the suitcase, he's got the axe. He gets up to the gangplank of the icebreaker and it's like he drops to his knees like thankful and joyous, and then there is also a click with the federal guns, and they've got the Russian agent in cuffs and they go, "You're coming with us, commie."
I pass on my last one.
Okay. Is it just me?
Yeah, it's just you, buddy.
Okay. So there's wistful music playing. It's probably "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend."
Right.
And as the ash cloud expands over the Antarctic, and great clouds of billowing radioactive dust, like 1,000 penguins are silenced at once. There's a smoking crater that is seen, and then walking out of the dust is John Skiensky. And he says, "That's what happened, folks. Made my way back. After all, I had a plane to catch to Mexico." He walks over about 10 feet to a little biplane which he climbs up onto. There's a nod of meaning between him and the pilot which is never explained, and the biplane runs up and takes off with a last long shot of him looking wistfully out of the window, shaking his head. And it fades to black. Oh, guys, thank you. This was a fiasco. For people who have never played Fiasco before, it's a bit like that. It's usually a little less silly, but I quite enjoyed it. I like the gonzo nature of it.
Oh, marvelous.
Yeah, Fiasco is great fun as a game.
I have to say that GM-less games like this are really super interesting anytime they happen. Hillfolk wasn't quite GM-less, but it had a very similar feel.
I was aware during this that I was keeping my handle on the tiller. I was going, okay, that's great, let's move the scenes. And I think that's something I've noticed in Fiasco is that's the problem with it. With having a GM-less game is that scenes can go on for a while, so it's worth having someone saying, okay, let's...
But the nice thing
Also,
about
you're the
Fiasco
GM,
is
so-
that, you're building something inherently chaotic. Yeah. Oh, Pandan Soda says, "I have never laughed so much on a Tuesday night."
Oh my goodness,
Aw.
that was very silly. I
That's a
enjoyed it.
really good review.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll
Marvellous.
take that. So yes, guys, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. This is sadly our last session before Christmas, but we will be back with a vengeance in the new year. We're going to stick around, have a bit of an after dark with everybody, but for now, thank you very much, everybody. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and keep rolling them dice. Bye bye.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
Okay. So we should be.
Oh no, you turned it off. You turned off the power on your
Oh, that's fine.
keyboard.
Yes.
That is why